Marikuma, and I am the owner of Marikuma Healing, where we heal our mind, body, soul, and hearts. Now, you guys have probably seen a lot of my lives. I am doing the 2026 year readings, which means I am reading what the whole year of 2026 is going to be in store for you guys. Now, I'm making my lives accessible. Not only will I be doing my longer readings on lives, clearly, because, like, again, I can make it under like 10 minutes or 30 minutes. It'll most likely be done through like a TikTok thing. Or maybe I'll go over there and I'll have it in my camera and just kind of post it as it is. But 2026 year readings are one of my longer readings. For my business, however, other than like readings, which I mean by cards, I do palm readings. I read your personality and character through your hands, and I read any and all things through cards. I use playing cards instead of tarot and oracle because I have playing cards on hand. I don't have any access to tarot and oracle decks where I'm at. Um, Anyways, back to a little bit more on my business, right? I work a lot on mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual well being. I teach you guys how to handle depression and anxiety, how to make sure that we think kindly of ourselves and talk sweetly to ourselves so that way we're not killing ourselves from the inside, how to express our emotions and to feel compassion for ourselves as well as others, having empathy and understanding, right? Listening to our body instead of pushing ourselves past our breaking points. If you need to rest, rest. If you want to try something new, go about it. Be gentle and kind and be a healthy version of yourself at the end of the day. That's what my business is about. We talk about mental, emotional, and physical disabilities. A big disability I talk a lot on my channel in business is glaucoma, which is a disease that affects your optic nerve and vision. It affects your peripheral vision and sight. I talk about the four types of glaucoma, the surgeries and treatments for each one, how to get help and accessibility, and things to help you navigate through those waters. Not only do I help you with like visually impaired information and things of that nature, I also help you guys about like how to get out of toxic and abusive situations, how to heal from trauma and abuse and neglect, and struggles, trials, and tribulations that you may have gone through, right? Trauma responses, and much, much more. At the end of the day, I want you guys to embrace your uniqueness, love yourself, and be healthy versions of yourself. Healthy versions does not mean the perfect. Perfection is a lie, and I do not practice perfectionism. I do my very best not to, okay? As a Virgo, I feel like, not just like as a stereotype and making like, jokes from my zodiac sign. Virgos don't come from me. Okay, but like we are stuck with the role and the label of the perfectionist. Like everything is in its place, and every place has a thing, and everything has a process. And I'm like, look, I'm 30. I understand that there's no such thing as perfection. It doesn't mean that I won't try, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm learning to let it be. Like, look, there's beauty in mess. There's beauty in Catholicism. There's beauty in duality and just being yourself. So be yourself. Life is too short. You know what I mean. It's too short. Anyways, I offer counseling and advice. If you're looking for a therapist or a counselor, look no further. I'm here. I am not certified. I believe in the future I will go get my like certification, or at least like a certificate for counseling and things of that nature. But yeah, I've counseled quite a few people, like a handful or so of people, while my business has been running for almost 2 years. We are going to celebrate our 2 year anniversary on January 8th. Also, guys, December 20th is when we started our YouTube channel for Marikuma Healing, and we are celebrating a year of it very soon. I will either do something very special on the 19th, the 21st, or the 22nd. And since we're celebrating 1 year of YouTube, 2 years of Marikuma Healing, if you have Airtel, MTN, or mobile money, okay? Because some of you guys are not from the States. Some of you guys are from Africa. Some of you guys are from other countries, and y'all have Airtel, MTN, or mobile money, all right? Or Mono is another way to say. 25K Uganda shillings, which is about $8 to $7, for a 2026 year reading, where I give you a personal reading of what this year is going to have in store for you, as well as $20 if you have PayPal or Zelle. I do not have Cash App. If you're able to use Cash App and send it to PayPal or Zelle, have at it. Okay, it is $20 if you can do that. For again, me reading the whole year for you. Now, we have done the fire babies and we finished up our earth babies. Now we're starting our air babies. Gemini, you're the one we're starting this party with. All right, so we are going to be reading part one of your reading. So depending how fast these cards will go, either, either I will be pulling out the cards and then that will just be it, or I pull out the cards, I read what this year has been in store for you, as well as your career, finance, love, family, friends, and spiritual outlooks of 2026 is going to be. And we get into details of it, baby. All right, without further ado, sit back, get and relax, because we're about to get into it. What has 2025 been for Gemini? Okay, Gemini is all been, this year has really been teaching you guys how to organize yourself and make moves. Okay, organization, moving quickly. That means we are planning things out and we are acting on it. We are not taking too much time. Your career has been about deep attraction. So for career for 2026, it ties into your passion and attraction, things that you like doing. You may be either daydreaming about changing a job and joining your passions and stuff that really makes you happy, or trying to get all these wires out of the way. Or, you know, you may be doing something that you like and you're enjoying it. Your finance is really good. It shows obtaining resources and giving and receiving money. So it has to be tying into the fact that you're doing something that you like. Okay. Y'all's love life for 2026 is going to be about not romance, emotions and empathy. Okay. So with emotions and empathy, it's all about compassion and understanding. Having compassion and empathy and understanding for your emotions and how you feel about things, as well as compassion, understanding, and empathy for other people. Okay, I can put your feet in my shoes, or I can walk a mile in your shoes. I think that's the right way of saying it, right? Yeah. All right. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just driving me mad as a hatter and moody as a bin. I don't know why, but I think my Virgo is showing. Okay. You're kind of looking a little bit even for me. All right, what is your family outlook? Ooh. Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. This card is just being overwhelmed, bombarded, and having way too much things to do, but not enough time. Okay. This is your outlook for family of 2026. I have a feeling that boundaries are definitely going to be one of y'all's things. All right. Friendship, however, is all about joy and company, friendship, and celebration. You enjoy being with each other. You guys celebrate one another, and they are your ride and die. This card as a whole is all about togetherness. Okay? I'm with the people, I'm with my tribe, the vibe is good, kind of thing. Energy that you are bringing in for 2026, nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. And I have a feeling that it could tie into family and financial. But this could be why you're having this, okay? These two cards I feel like go hand in hand. There's always I have a few cards in my card decks that kind of just play around with the other card. Like this one is when you're doing the most, and this one's when you're overwhelmed and stressed. Like you're stressed out. You may be feeling a little guilty trying to do new things that are healthy and better for you to do. You are freaking out, and because you're worried is affecting how you see things and how you handle things. This is a stress card. All right. What is January, February, and March going to be about? The first 3 months of 2026 for my Gemini babies. Attention to detail, focus, and practice. Time, energy, and effort. You're going to learn how to manage your time, energy, and effort wisely. 2026 is going to whoop y'all into shape. Stinginess and possessiveness is going to be for April, May, and June, the next 3 months of 2026. So we are going to be very picky on who we spend our time with, who we give our energy to, who we allow to be around us. That's the first, stingy and possessiveness. You could also be very picky and possessive about your money. Okay, you are saving your money. You are not using it on stupid things. Okay, and don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong, guys. I like shopping. I love doing gifts. I love gifting. Like if I had a lot of money, right? I promise y'all, I would be giving people gifts. I'm a giver. And I'd probably get myself something nice too. But saving money and building up that dough, right? Stacking up that stack is very important. So if you're being very stingy and possessive and starting to be financially wise with how you go about things, stick with it. Another stingy and possessive thing is that you're very controlling or you have a very controlling person. People are not made to be controlled. I don't care if you're a fire baby, an earth baby, an air baby, or a water baby. People are not meant to be controlled. And there's some people who are like, if I say jump and I say 20 feet, you better jump 400. Okay? If I can't have you, no one can. You are mine. You belong to me. Okay? You do as I say. And that's a very abusive and very like toxic red flag kind of thing. Okay? So if you happen to be those kinds of people, change your ways. It won't end well for you. If you happen to be dealing with somebody like that, cut them off. That's too much. Because a lot of times that ties into like domestic abuse, verbal, emotional, psychological, and worse. Like it turns into toxicity really quick. And some people are like, oh my goodness, they love me enough to like, they're so protective. There's the thing about protectiveness, and then the thing of just taking it too far. It's easy to blur those lines, baby. I'm just warning you as somebody who's been there, done that. I've been in the controlling relationship, and I wouldn't say that I was a controlling person, but I would say that I was kind of like, I had my toxicity that I had to work out. You know what I mean? Now that I'm older and a lot more wiser, I understand how I can like correct myself and like, hey, maybe we're going back to our old ways. I can take criticism well instead of just being defensive and being like I don't have any problems, right? Be careful. People are not meant to be controlled. Another thing is that you could be stingy or possessive about your things. I'm stingy and possessive of my cards. Okay, I use them for readings. I sometimes have pre-readings where I have you guys having your personal readings with me. It's a long reading. We have to come back to it. If it gets jumbled up again, then I have to start it all over. And I don't always take pictures of my readings. So that way I can be like, okay, well, this person has this reading and this is what we went through and this is just a summary. And now I can do part two of it, right? Yeah. Also, I don't know people's energies and things. I don't want ugly energies on my stuff. That's just me. So for April, May, and June, again, for y'all, birthday month and season, right? That's gonna be the main theme. Stingy with how you spend time with people, stingy with if somebody's controlling or not controlling how you use your money and how you take care of your things. What is July, August, and September gonna be about? What is, ooh, wow. Okay. What is July, August, and September going to be about? New ideas. We are finding creative ways to handle things. Good thing for you guys. You guys are creative. Gemini, y'all are very smart, very cunning, very clever. This is right up your alley, baby. What is the last 3 months going to be like? What's October, November, and December have in store? Loss of opportunities. We are getting rid of old opportunities to go after new ones. I think you're going to be coming up with new ideas to get new things, and you're letting go of old stuff. So we are transitioning it. What? Yeah. Hold on. This is fucking weird. I'm gonna be as fast as I can, guys, but I have to situate this. Bro, my cards got flipping doubled. This is insane. How? Okay, well, I'm gonna start this out, okay, to the best of my ability. Sorry, everybody, for this inconvenience. What the fuck? Like, really, man? What the hell? Okay. So, okay. I already have the 2 of diamonds. So I'm going to put this over here and I'm just going to focus on my deck. The rest of the extra ones, we'll figure it out when we get there. Okay. Sorry, guys. I really am. How did I not realize that there's something funky, like, really wrong with my cards? You know what? Hold on. I'm going to pause it. I'm going to come back to you guys when I get this situated. So hold on. Yeah. I finally got it all figured out. So we can continue with this reading. So we're going to be reading about your problems, okay? What is the biggest problem Gemini is going to have 2026? 2026 problem. Failure to communicate. Some of you guys may not be good at talking about how you feel, what you want, and how to go about it. You're going to have to use a voice. Or you guys talk a lot, and not everybody deserves to know your moves. What will help you in this is emotional detachment and choices. So if you guys end up oversharing and you're like an oversharer, right? You're going to kind of learn how to keep to yourself and only talk to important people. Not everybody deserves to know what your moves, like your next move is, okay? 2026 theme for Gemini. Victory and achievements is going to be your main theme. All right. And these readings are getting faster and faster, man. Let's get into it, okay? We are going to be getting into, for part 1, what 2025 has been so far about, right? Why has it been the way that it is? What your career, finance, love life, friends, family, and spiritual outlook for 2026 is going to be. Then in part 2, we will talk about January through December, problems, solutions, and more. All right? All right. Why has 2025 been all about organization and moving quickly, making moves and getting yourself ready? Due to hard work and reliability. So we're being hardworking and we're being reliable to ourselves. Let's look at this really quick. Okay. So here's the thing. Because you guys are focusing for the remaining of this year, or have been focusing, hopefully, hard work and reliability. So working hard for yourself and being reliable to your needs, as well as being hardworking and reliable to others, right? Hopefully others are being hardworking and reliable to you too. Whatever effort you're giving out, you should be able to also receive the same effort. So if I'm working my hardest, I'm trying to make sure that I'm what the fuck? Anyways, sorry. Hard work and reliability, right? Make sure that you're working hard and being reliable to others, but also others are being hardworking and reliable to you. Whatever energy you're giving out should be able to be received and given back. So if I'm giving my all, you're giving your all. Okay? All right. What will help you guys have more clarity in it is emotional detachment and choices, which 2026 is going to make you kind of do. Okay? We're not going to be communicating to everybody about our moves, and we're also not going to overshare. Now, some of y'all may have that habit where you guys talk a lot about, every and all things. I get it. I do. Not everybody is there for you. So when you're detaching people emotionally, you're getting rid of people who are not good to be around, who are not good for your emotional well being, your mental well being, physical and spiritual. So while I'm getting rid of unnecessary people and making room for healthier, happier relationships to come to me, this is going to help me not be overwhelmed, bombarded, and exhausted. Again, this is the same outcome for family, carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. This card as a whole is being overwhelmed, carrying too much, and just not knowing how to do it. Like, it's just too much for me to handle. I am swamped and I'm overloaded. I don't know where to go. I don't know how to make it stop. I have this one and this one and that one and everything, right? So by emotionally detaching, you cut off the stress because there's some things you got no business doing. You hear me, right? Like, y'all feel me when I say this. It's okay to detach from people emotionally. Is it something that you want? No, but there's going to be some choices you're going to have to make. They may not be the most easiest choices, but they're going to be the right choices for your peace of mind. And at the end of the day, I think you guys are going to be learning the end of this year and the beginning of 2025 for sure, protecting your peace of mind, being with those who are there for you and not being there for everybody, because not everybody deserves your energy, not everybody deserves your effort, not everybody deserves your time. And that's really hard. That is a really hard lesson to learn. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean? All right. I'm eating. I think that's gonna be my new thing. I just eat when I'm doing my lives. Like, huh. At this point, I should try to do that mukbang thing. Mm-mm. Not sticking the carbs. So, remember I said that some of y'all are either going to go after things that you want, but mostly, yeah, I'm sorry. Hold on. So, like I was saying, right? Your career is all about deep attraction and passion. So, doing things that you like, going after things that make you happy, things that you have a passion and a heart for. Where is your soul in? Okay, what kind of career are you looking to do and how to go about it? And I assume that you guys are just out here either going to find a work that you like doing, you're going to transition into that, or you already have a job that you like and you're working on it. I think a lot of you guys may be looking for a new job. The reason why I say this is because of empathy. So the reason why we are having deep attraction and passion is because we're shutting down our emotions, our physical thoughts, right? Our physical body. We are shutting it down. This comes from when the body, the mind, and the heart is just overwhelmed and exhausted that it can't think straight, right? It's too much to think, and you have to go through, in a way, a shutdown, right? A restart. And when you shut yourself down, you block out all your emotions, your physical pains and aches, and as well as your thoughts. Okay, you're just numb, hollow, empty, and dead inside. That is empathy. That is a defense mechanism your body does again when you're overwhelmed, bombarded, and exhausted, when things are just too stressful. It's supposed to be where you can think and feel and go through whatever's stressing you out and overwhelming you without being overwhelmed with your emotions, thoughts, and ideas. You just look at it with a clean slate. That's not how it works, but that's what it's supposed to do, okay? Just because something is supposed to do something doesn't mean that it's going to go up there and follow through. Now, this is also a sign of a mental and emotional health problem or disability. You could just be so burnt out that it's affected you emotionally and mentally. And whatever affects you mentally and emotionally can also attack on your body physically. You can take in like like here's the thing. A lot of people don't understand how to listen to their body. Okay? So when your body's stressed out and overwhelmed, even though you know you're doing a lot and you can't be doing as much as you're doing, we still push on. Okay? So if that's how it's like for your career, that's the feeling that you're coming in with it, right? Then I can understand why you want to get another job. Now, for your career to go about it, okay? Either some of y'all really love what you do, but it can just be overwhelming and exhausting. If that's the case, make time for you to break. Give yourself time to, like, hey, this is the days that I work, these are the days that I'm off. These are the days that I'm treating myself. And when you're off, you're off. You can run some errands and do whatever, but make sure you're taking care of you. Okay. If it's still a job you like, but you're just doing too much and it's starting to get to you, prioritize your time. Now, if some of y'all who are in a job that y'all don't like, it is fucking exhausting. It is not something that's the long term goal. Then go after a job that brings you some peace. Work towards getting a job that fits into the things you're good at. Okay. My business, Marikuma Healing, helps me help people as well as allow myself to express myself in a creative and honest way. Okay. Hopefully, the videos and the readings and the things that I do help you guys have clarity and peace of mind. Sometimes I make videos that are about like how I feel and I'm expressing myself and I'm just getting it out there. And it's for the world to see, obviously. But it also, I put myself into these things. It ties into my passion. I like magic. I like spirituality. I like helping people. And this is what brings me joy. Now, I'm not saying that you should go over there, quit your job, and make your own business. Now, if that's the case, understand this. My business is 2 years old and it's not even at like corporate. It will never be corporate. I'm saying this now. I will never have where like it's a corporate thing. Okay, my business is going to be for the people as the people. Like it's gonna be like, it's gonna be like a neighborhood thing. It's not gonna be run by the Richard Bucks and Plenties and all that jazz. Okay? I'm not trying to be mean when I say that. I'm just saying I'm not gonna sell myself and my soul to that nonsense. Okay? It will always be for all of us, any and all. Okay? That being said, I do something that my passion is for. It allows me to express myself. I'm helping others and I'm giving you guys peace of mind. Also, I'm kind of funny sometimes, so I may even make you guys laugh. A laughter day keeps the bad thoughts away, right? Um, I said what I said. You heard correctly. A laughter day keeps the depression at bay. But yeah, go after. Start looking for a job that ties into your love. Do things that you're passionate about. Life is too short to go over there and sell your soul to something that you don't like. That's not benefiting you or giving you the things that you need. You have to ask yourself, is the price of my dreams worth it? And if so, what price am I willing to go and give to get this? Because everything requires sacrifice, work, effort, energy, and time. So if you're willing to go for it, fine. But don't sell yourself and don't sell your soul to kill yourself for money. That isn't enough, okay? And doing something in the long term that doesn't make you happy. You deserve to have a lot of happy moments, Gemini. All right. Now, being carefree, okay, romance, childishness, irresponsibility. This is what this card is as a whole. It's the carefree card. I do what I want when I want it. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not tied down. You want to have this carefree energy to be able to tackle this empathy and also allow yourself to be vulnerable and open about what your needs are, what you want this year, and what you want for yourself. Okay. And when I say this year, I mean 2026. It's 2025 right now. Okay. It's December the 4th, 2025. What are you looking for 2026? Work wise, what is it that you want? Why have you not gone after it? What is something that you would like to do, and how can you go about doing it? Dreaming and wanting something is one thing. Going after it and making it a reality is a completely different new thing. Like it's a different ball game. You know what I mean? I can wish and want for 1,000 people to follow me, or I can wish and want and put my energy and effort to getting that. By being, for the most part, guys, I try. I'm dealing with personal things on the side, so it affects my ability to do videos at times. You know what I mean? And I'm also trying to like balance my time to rest and recharge and just to put as much energy on my videos and postings and ratings and getting everything on the go. Okay? There's a balance that I have to do. So sometimes I'm not as productive. I may have like a month or two because of just personal issues and things that I'm dealing with on the side. Nothing serious. It's all okay. It's just sometimes the world throws you cards, you know what I mean? And sometimes the cards are hard. Anywho, like I was saying, if you want to get your dreams met, it's kind of like Princess and the Frog. The star that you wish on is going to get you halfway, baby. But you got to put work, effort, and energy into the rest of it. Okay? So go after and believe in yourself. Instead of being afraid of what will happen, what if people don't like it? Look, everybody, a lot of people, okay, I'm not even gonna say everybody, a lot of people in this world are too busy focusing on themselves to focus on what you're doing. That's the first thing. The second thing is you're not put in this world to go over there and be what everybody wants you to be. Live your life, be free, do good. Okay? Do your best, baby. Work with what you got, do what you can, and give it to the higher self, the higher power, the universe, or just give it to whoever. Okay? I'm not saying give it to all the forces of the world, but like, you do what you can, you try your best. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. You gave it a shot. You can do anything you put your mind to, but you got to be able to be honest and open with yourself in your career as to what you want, what you're looking for, and how you're going to go about it. You can achieve anything, okay? If I can achieve my business, you can achieve your dreams. This is coming from a lady who has her disabilities, who is doing her best in what she can. And I'm just saying that you got to believe in yourself because anybody can do anything. Hopefully you guys are doing something fantastic and beautiful and grand, and you're not becoming like, the next villain. We don't need a Super Saiyan villain, brah. I said it, what I said, okay? Is Super Saiyan really a villain? No. Everybody knows that like Goku is like a hero and he is like, the GOAT, the top GOAT. The motherfucking MVP. Okay? We get it. But could he be a villain? That motherfucker could be the baddest of the bad. Like, fuck being the good guy. This dude could be a menace. Like a straight up, no cap on business menace. The bro could be the ultimate villain if he wanted to be. Okay? Don't do it, guys. Gemini, we can't handle your level of villainy. The only villainy you should be doing is being okay with cutting unnecessary people out of your life and going after what you want. You may not get the people that you want, but you're going to get a lot of cool people if you just focus on your dreams. Acknowledge that fear is something that is valid, but you shouldn't be so afraid to go after the things that you hope to get, right? Yeah. Believe in yourself, baby. Speaking of, oh wow. Y'all are really going to emotionally detach. This thing popped up again. It popped up for your solution, okay? It popped up for your career, okay? And it popped up now. So your finance is all about obtaining resources and giving and receiving money. While we are cutting off and emotionally detaching from things that are holding us back, we are now able to go after resources and new opportunities. What's going to help you guys? All right. Discord, dishonor, and hollow victory. So we are going to detach from disrespectful people. Okay. Dishonor. Discord, dysfunctional energy that makes no sense, is uncomfortable, it's draining and nerve-wracking, and is very like high anxiety, just weird, not okay vibe, right? Yeah, we're cutting that off. Anybody or any situation or anything that makes us feel that way, we're cutting them off. We're cutting them off. Be comfortable with some people thinking, Gemini, that y'all are full of shit. Be comfortable with it. Be comfortable. Because certain people are not allowed to have your energy. Certain people are smiling to your face. You're like, oh my goodness, Gemini, I'm so happy that all these good things are happening to you. And reality of it, they are praying for your downfall. They like it when you're suffering. They enjoy it. They enjoy your downfall. They're so jealous, or they're envious, or they're just two-faced and fake. You about to see a lot of people show their colors. You're about to see a lot of people removing their mask. The mask is slowly slipping, and you're going to be seeing some fugazi, shady, sus people. Get ready to get them scissors out and start cutting people out. Start blocking the subscription to resubscribe to you, Gemini. Get ready. All right. And hollow victory, or bittersweet, is this. It's a victory that you don't have to deal with them, right? You have finally getting rid of old things and welcoming new, healthier people, situations, and things that are going to help you grow. It sucks because you had to drop them. You had to cut them off. You tried talking to them. You tried expressing yourself. You tried to be like, yo, bro, some things that you be doing, I don't really like. And I think it'd be really nice if you do better. And they're like, oh, yeah, I promise I'll change my ways. I'll go over there and become a saint. I won't talk bad about you or whatever. And they still doing the same old shit. They're playing stupid games, and you know what kind of prizes they're getting. They're getting stupid prizes because they're playing stupid games. And they think that they're real sly about it. Nah, Gemini, you see it. You're not a dummy. You guys are very smart, creative. And the air babies have a lot of duality. Y'all can balance your shadow and your light. And when you are light, you are the brightest that can be. But when you tap into that shadow self, girl, the power is unlimited. You guys all have duality, okay? The light and the shadow for Gemini, good and wrong for Libra, and how much energy you give out and how much energy you receive, Aquarius. Air babies are the element, in my opinion, of duality, balancing your yin and your yang in different versions, different points, but that's what you guys got. Okay, so we are planning and preparing to cut off unnecessary bullshit and detach from them emotionally. So that way we can obtain resources and be able to get and receive money. Because we're planning and preparing and we're setting ourselves up, right? I'm going after things that make sense. I'm cutting off of people who are money hungry, who are two-faced, who are deceitful, who are shady. And I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Because some people are in your lives right now and they are blocking your blessing. Your blessing is like an overfilling water, right? And the people that are blocking it are the dam. It's unable to go to the other side because you have people that are in your life praying for you not to have it. So when you start removing those people, you unblock your blessings and you allow it to flow. Think about it. People really out here blocking other people's blessings, and they're out here pretending that they are the creative, like they are the sweetest, they are the most loyal. Nah, bro. I'm not saying everybody in your circle is fake, Gemini, but there are some fake people among you. It's like the game Among Us. Somebody is not who they say they are. Something is not what it's trying to appear to be. There's a situation that's going to become a situation ship if it is not dealt with soon. I said what I said. I meant it. Now, we got through the heavy, let's go into the lights. Your love life for 2026 is all about emotions and empathy. I feel like you guys are going to learn how to be very compassionate, understanding, and nurturing to your feelings and what you want for yourself, as well as be a nurturing, compassionate, understanding person to your partner and other people, right? What's the reason for this energy? Spiritual growth. All right, like I said before, you guys tap into your shadow and your light. So, because of this important power that y'all got, right? Y'all gonna work on shadow work. I do not care what anybody tells me, whether y'all say it on the live or y'all say it to my face. Let nobody, I'm sorry, let no, let nobody go over there and tell you that shadow work is a false thing. It's a lie. You don't need it. Yes, you do. You want to be confident with yourself next year. You want to be able to love yourself and enjoy yourself and be happy with yourself, right? You need to do shadow work. Shadow work is important. What is the shadow, right? What is your shadow self? So, I'm a short ass woman on this bed, man. One of these days. So, like you guys can see, right? Your lower self is where your shadow self is. This is where your pelvis is, okay? Right here. This resides your inner child. This also resides your like primal instincts and needs and wants, right? As well as your shadow self. Your shadow self holds in your insecurities, the things that you're running away from, the things that you're not comfortable with, and it protects you from those things because it holds it all in. It harbors it, it guards it, all right? The middle self is kind of around here, maybe up to like if your lower self is here, your middle self is here, okay? This is, I want you to think about the 19 to 25-year-old you, okay? The young adult, the one that tries to be organized, prioritize passions and likes and dislikes, and has a little bit more of a mature outlook, okay? That's where this side is. This side communicates to your inner child and it communicates to your higher self. and it gets information from your higher self, takes it in, and either gives it to the lower self or acts upon it, right? It's like the translator or the middle person, pun slightly intended, okay? Your higher self is not up here. This is your crown chakra. Your higher self is just above your crown, okay? This is your more elder side, the more all knowing, higher divine energy that you got, right? Again, we all have three sides, three cauldrons or three selves. Those are the names they go by. So your higher self sees things in a spiritual way and sees options and opportunities and how things are going to be way ahead of what you physically can see, right? Because we're in the body. This is in the spirit and soul, all right? This is in a whole new universal high divine level. So they're seeing a lot more than you are. And they give you information through here to here, and either you can work on this or work on this, right? So while I'm working on my insecurities and I am like, okay, what are something that I need to work on? What is the root? Okay. When I was younger, I was fucking angry all the time. Okay. I was very like, I had a really bad fawn response, and a fawn response is a trauma response that makes you say yes to everything, agree with what everybody is saying, and never speak your mind because you're trying to avoid fights. I didn't understand trauma responses. I had to learn the healing steps on my own. The good news is you guys don't have to do that. All right. Because been there, done that. I can give you guys experience, also knowledge, and be able to not have to do it on your own. You can understand what the fuck this is, right? So while we're working on our insecurities, we are embracing some things that we're not good at. Okay. I'm not an organized person. That is something I can work on, and that I need to be very disciplined and be persistent on. Like, hey, don't fall back here. Try to be a little bit more neater. Okay. I'm not lying when I say that. I'm the method to the madness kind of person. And as a Virgo, it's funny. It's like, I'm not saying like I'm a defected Virgo, but like sometimes I really fucking feel that way because like other Virgos I've met are like very organized and very neat. And then there's me. And I'm like, yeah, I feel like y'all's organization and my organization is totally different. Mine's is more on like the feral, untamed kind of thing, and y'all's is very like prim and proper. We are not the same. We are the same signs, but we are different aspects of the sign, okay? Anywho, I'm being honest, but I'm also poking fun just to like, lighten it up. Shadow work is important. It's the only way, in my opinion, for you to really love and embrace yourself because you're embracing the beauty of your light and your kindness. And you're also loving that kind of raw, messy, imperfect version of yourself. And with both of them united, right? Because your shadow will protect your light, and your light will love and admire your shadow. There's different versions of each thing, okay? Like it's not black and white. A lot of times your shadow, like I want to say, it's like garnet, okay? Your shadow and your light is like garnet from Steven Universe. There is a ruby who has their own shadow and light, and then there's the sapphire who has her own shadow and light, and their light and shadow combined together make garnet's individual shadow and light, okay? It goes into such a deep unraveling to the core that it's hard to explain if I got into details with it. So just to make it easy, work on your insecurities, embrace that there's some things you're not good at, and love the good, the bad, and the ugly of yourself. That is spiritual growth, as easy and as simple as I can put it. Now, when it comes to satisfaction, you make your own happiness. You do. We put happiness in money, we put happiness in materialistic things, and yes, it's nice to have nice things, and yes, Sorry, I'm almost done. Like I was saying, yes, it's nice to have materialistic things. Yes, it's nice to have a house and a car and have all the shiny stuff. It is. But you can't take that thing when you die. I don't know. Maybe in some afterlives you can. But just like how we came into the world, that's just how we're going to leave. We came in to this world with nothing. And we are going to leave this world with nothing. You're not going to physically drive your motor car or be in your house. Now, you may be there in spirit. A piece of your essence and aura may be left behind as you go to the great divine, whether it be the highway to heaven or the highway to hell or maybe to limbo. I don't know. There's different aspects in different places and different realms in the afterlife, right? That being said, make your memories, man. Life is not supposed to be about dying and buying. It's about living. It's about experiencing the good and the bad and experiencing life for what it is. Do things that you love. Stick with things that you're passionate about. Go after your dreams. Enjoy the fact that you woke up today. Today is always a new opportunity. You have a roof over your head, you have food in your stomach, you have air in your lungs, you have blood in your heart. You have people that love you, you have somebody that admires you, whether you know it or not. And I'm not talking about Jesus, God, and the Holy Ghost. Now, that's what you believe in, cool beans and awesome sauce. But you are somebody, someone. And if you look at the brighter things in life and you understand that life is full of lessons and blessings, you will feel a lot less crummy, okay? And life won't be so fucking hard. Lessons and blessings, let's get into it, right? Life is full of lessons and blessings. Sometimes blessings are lessons in disguise, and sometimes lessons are blessings in disguise. Lessons teach you things. Through experience, you gain wisdom and knowledge on how to handle things when it happens again. Your past, for example, is a teacher. You have past lessons. Therefore, you have experience that now you can take on in and build on that knowledge. Okay? Blessings. People, situations, are things that lift you and take you from where you are to somewhere better and build you up. Sometimes we don't get the things that we want right away, and we feel really shitty about it. We're like, man, I want this and I want that and I want the third. Are you ready for it? If you are going to get the things that you wanted right now, would you be ready? You want to get married. Can you handle marriage? I want to have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a partner. Can you handle the relationship? Are you in the relationship for good reasons? I don't think anybody should ever be in a relationship because they're lonely. Now, you may yearn and want a relationship, but it takes time to build. Not everybody is perfect. Everybody got their flaws. You know what I mean? So, let's get it, all right? I'm not saying that you guys can't have relationships, but the way that I look at it, you would prefer a partner that's empathetic and caring. You would like somebody that balances you out as well as good for your mind. Has a fun and adventurous side, right? But also has a very logical, like they don't only work hard, they play hard. Because I don't think you guys want somebody that's carefree and immature and irresponsible and somebody you cannot rely on. Okay? So Gemini, for y'all who are single, I'm gonna tackle y'all first. For y'all who are single, work on your mental health. Work on your insecurities a little bit. And be able to have confidence in yourself before you jump into the bandwagon of a relationship. Because, all right, the reason why I say it is because not only are you coming in with spiritual growth and satisfaction, you're making your happiness, you're working on yourself with your yin and your yang and balancing your shadow and your light. Moving on and getting to a better place mentally is what's going to help you with your spiritual growth. So we're working on our mental health. We're working on being kinder on how we think and how we feel. And we're focusing on letting go of the past. Because a lot of problems that happen with new relationships, 99 out of 100, or more often than not, is tied to past. Somebody still hung on to the past person. There's a past situation that happened that you were not able to let go. You're scared that the past experience will happen again, but you want to have a new. You can't have new things and old things at the same time, baby. You can't have old things and new things at the same time. Either you want to let go of the old thing and make room for something new, or you are going to combine and fuse the old and the new into something different entirely, right? So you can't just hold on to this and then try to get into something new, because that baggage, baby, is blocking you from getting into a relationship. Don't get me wrong, we all have baggage, but you have to understand how much baggage you're willing to carry. How how long and how much do you want to be carrying on to this relationship? And you have to also understand with the mindset that the new person is not the past person. Now, unless you haven't learned a lesson from the last relationships you've been in, most likely it won't be a repeating thing. If you're not, like, if you really are not ready to put in the work, to build something new, to get to know each other, to come as a unity, as two people coming together, building something beautiful. Because relationships have their phases, okay? Motherfucker. I'm going to start stapling my nails on, man. Anyways, like I was saying, right? Sorry, me, go ahead. You know what? Whatever. Whatever. It is what it is. I will get it later. Yeah, I easily get distracted. I know, right? Yeah, I do have ADHD. I think I have more of ADD than anything, you know, which is a blessing and a curse in itself. Like, it comes in handy, but it also has some very annoying things to it. Anyways, like I was saying, right? You want to be able to work on your mental health. Relationships have phases. The first phase is the honeymoon phase, right? The second phase is like when the honeymoon runs away. So the honeymoon phase is this: everything this person does is cute, okay? You just see them as the cutest and the sweetest, and you're infatuated with them, and you're just like, oh my God. I mean, this person is so nice and sweet, and they're so funny, and they're so charming, and they're so cute, and they're just so down to earth, and da 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 da. And you see them in this pink lens. There is nothing wrong that they can do, because even if they did have red flags, you don't see the red flags because you don't see it with clear lenses. You're seeing it with rose quartz lenses, with rose pink lenses, right? So the red flags look like regular flags. The warning signs just look like signs. And I got this like part from a clip from Bull Horseman or Bull Jackman or whatever. It's like an adult cartoon show, yeah. And there's like this purple pink cat. I don't know her name. I tried to watch the thing. Certain individuals and characters of the show were pissing me off, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I don't know. Anywho, like I was saying, she said, when you're in love, you see things with rose quartz eyes. You see them with pink lenses. You don't see the people for who they are and what they are. You know what I mean? And that can be really, that is true. So when you stop seeing them in the rose quartz eyes, right? And you start really seeing all of them, all those things that you thought were really cute are now really annoying. And you're just kind of like, maybe I fell out of love. No, you're seeing them as they are. Everybody has flaws, okay? I have flaws. Y'all have flaws. We're all imperfect beings, whether you're AI or not. And y'all gonna come after me being like, AI is perfect. There's always gonna be a new update, a higher advanced thing, because technology is constantly improving itself. There's never gonna be the ultimate, because the ultimate doesn't exist. Perfection in this realm of reality that we are living in this world, right, doesn't exist. Whether you're AI or whether you are a person, there's always going to be something bigger and better, okay? As imperfect beings, wherever you may be, you have to accept the fact that is their flaws big enough for you not to be with them, okay? Like my pet peeve, right? I can be friends, okay? Depending on the personality of the person. I can respect the fact that you like Travis Scott. This is an unpopular opinion. I have personal reasons against the dude. I don't like him. You will not see me go over there and be like, oh my gosh, Travis Scott is so amazing. Nah, bro. I'm not ashamed to say it to people. I don't like him. That's one of my pet peeves. I couldn't date somebody that is a fan of Travis Scott. And I know that's like a really silly thing to do. I'm fucking being honest. That's one of my pet peeves. Other than people going around trying to get reaction out of people. I hate people who try to get reactions out of people. What does this have to do with the second stage of relationships, right? What does it have to do about it? My point in this and saying this is that you have to understand there's going to be something wrong with this person. There's going to be something wrong with them. Maybe they secretly like Travis Scott and they have like his hair and his every album and went to every concert, right? They could have a Travis Scott thing, like they're just that big of a fan. Or they like to go over there and prank people all the time. Maybe you're not a pranker. Maybe they say like all the time, like this and like that. And oh my God, like they were like, and I was like, and we were like, oh my God. Yeah, they could be that. They could be that person. They may snore. They may leave the toilet seat up. She may go over there. And when she toots, it's like something crawled up and died 3 times. And she laughs and snorts. She goes, ah. Yeah, you may have a snorter. Can you handle that every time she or he or they laugh? They go, ah. Yeah, can you handle it? It's going to be something annoying. Now, it's a big deal when it's turning into like abusive traits, right? Like, if I can't have you, no one can. You're mine, you belong to me. Those are not cute sayings. Run. If any woman or person comes up to you and says, if I can't have you, no one can, they do not see you as a person. They see you as property. Do not press go. Do not collect the 500. Leave, right? If they're controlling, abusive, they're narcissists, they're sociopaths, they're psychopaths, right? They're somebody who is manipulative and deceitful, and they're good at playing the good person out in public, but they are the devil in disguise. I'm not even going to use that saying, bro, because like they're just having creation as a disaster, okay? They are the worst person to be with. Don't tolerate for abuse and toxicity. Toxic and abuse has no gender, okay? It can go either or way. So once the honeymoon phase is done, you're going to start seeing their flaws. You're going to ask yourself, can you mix with it? That leads to the third part of relationships, the mixing phase. You guys are learning each other. You're learning each other's personalities. You're learning how to coexist in a healthy way, right? So forth and so on. Now, once you guys get through the mixing phase, you guys are okay. You guys are still building up and learning one another and having that bond. That's why I say relationships take time. Don't be trying to get into a relationship fast. And you have no right to even think about it or do it or whatever, right? It's just not something that should be for you. So, yeah. You want a mature relationship. You want somebody that is good for your peace of mind, that is empathetic and kind, and balances you out. You know, somebody that you can not only be friends with, but somebody you can actually have like a solid long term relationship. Let's get into your family. So, your family outcome is all about carrying burdens, responsibility, and stress, being overwhelmed and bombarded. We're going to pull out the rest of the cards. Oh, yeah, this coming year requires you guys to be very vulnerable and open. I hope y'all are ready, bro. I hope y'all are ready. So, I'm going to be like right back, guys. Just give me a moment and then we'll continue, okay? Thank you, guys. Sorry. I went to get myself something quick to eat. So we are going into your family, right? Carrying burdens, responsibility, and debt. How to go about it, what's going on, right? You are going to be coming up with new ideas to handle that family stress. Okay? This is the same outlook for July, August, and September 2026. So while we are finding creative ways to handle the stress, we are meeting, right? These ideas are coming from communication, ethics, and introspection. Just like I said a while ago about understanding yourself, embracing your good, bad, and ugly. With introspection, you're looking within yourself. Okay? I'm looking inside me. I'm doing introspection. Enter, all right, spection. Look. So inside, you're doing the inside work. There's some things that maybe have a bad habit on. When I was younger, I was always angry. I'm not afraid or ashamed to say it. I had a really bad temper back then, okay? And it got to a point where I couldn't have relationships. My family and my friends and things didn't really work because I was so hot-headed all the time. And I had to sit down with myself and I'd be like, why? I want to understand myself. Why am I angry? I'm angry because I'm sad. Why are you sad? I'm sad because I got hurt. You got hurt? Why? Because this is what happened. Okay. Why didn't you say that beforehand? Well, when I talked about being sad, nobody listened. Nobody listened. And it felt like nobody cared. So instead of being sad all the time, that sadness turned into rage. That rage turned into anger. The anger turned into wrath. The wrath turned into aggression. The aggression turned into agitation. The agitation turned into something big, right? And then people are starting to hear me, right? Now everyone is hearing what I got to say because now I'm in your face screaming at it. And I'm saying I was doing all that, but I was very angry and very upset. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Understanding yourself is the good, the bad, and the ugly. Like, if there's something that we need to work on, let's get to the root of it, all right? How did this all start? Where is it going? And how do we fix it? Ethics, your character and your morals, okay? And communication, how you express yourself. If I'm talking to you and we're seeing each other, right? And you guys are messaging and talking back to me, then I'm listening to you. I'm hearing you, and I do my best to understand you. I wait for you to be done talking. Then I say what I want to say, and you listen and you hear me out. That's a healthy form of communication, okay? Other type of communication, people don't care. A lot of people are very self-absorbed and arrogant and in their own world, okay? They're not really taking care of or considering other people living in their world because it's their world, we're just living in it, all right? Not everybody is going to listen or hear or take time or even try to understand what you're saying. Those people are not worth your time. Fuck those people, okay? Another type of communication requires more patience because some people don't understand, okay? What do I mean by that? I mean that some people don't understand how you express yourself. Okay? To some of you guys, I have a really heavy southern accent and I can sound really funny. Okay? To others, the way that I say things could be a little bit weird. When I say flugazy and shady, right? Because I say that a lot. Or let's go, bro. Or oh my goodness, this is gonna be gravy, baby. Right? Flugazy and shady is somebody who is sus, two-faced, and weird ass energy. Okay? Let's go, bros. Like, come on, let's bring it. Let's go. Let's say what's gonna happen. You know, it could either go really bad or really good. It could be used anyway. And gravy baby is just everything is great. Right? Everything is great. So it's gravy baby. Slang is a form of communication and expression of the person, whoever is saying it, right? Whoever is using the slang is expressing themselves in that manner. That means some slangs, like my slang, is very outdated, and I'm not up to like I'm really gonna show my ass and show my age. I am not hip with the young bloods, okay? I am not up to date with today's slang. I kind of get some of it, but I'm not very good at it. And so it takes time for me to understand how some of you guys be saying things, okay? But I make forth the effort. And if they're trying and they're doing it, then that's what really matters. At least they're giving it a go, and it's something that is shown, okay? It's not fake, but genuine effort. Now, while we are learning how to communicate what we need, understanding ourselves in a deeper level, tying into our character codes, we are again met with vulnerability. Being open and honest with what we want and how to go about it. What do you want in your family? And understand that some family members are not worthy of being around. Some people gonna come after me. How dare I go over there and tell people to get rid of their toxic family members? I'm not necessarily saying to do all that, but like there has to be boundaries. And I think the open and honesty that you need to be with yourself is that if you're doing too much and they know you're doing too much and they're not trying to help you lighten that load, that's a red flag. That is a red flag to me because if you're supposed to love me, right? If you are my family, you are my inner circle. You see the bad, the good, the ugly, the beauty in me. You see me at my worst, and you say that you love me. You would not add on extra pressure and stress. You wouldn't. You would try to lighten that load for me. And your family outlook is just being overwhelmed and stressed to the max. You're being pushed way too far your limit. Okay. And so if you're coming up with new ideas to handle the stress better and you're learning the connection, like here's the thing, my Wi-Fi is on, but the connection is weird. I don't get it. I don't. Anywho, stick with people who will lift you up and are there for you for the good, the bad, and the ugly, who genuinely want you to be okay. Okay, stick with your support group. Understand that because you are doing boundaries and setting up healthy things for you, not everybody's gonna be happy about it. You're gonna grieve because the person you used to be this year, the person that you came in 2025, is not the same person that's leaving 2025 or the person who's entering 2026. You're out bad behaviors and toxic behaviors, people, situations, and things, and walking and working towards healthy, happier version of yourself. I've been working on this for me personally since September 10th of this year. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've had like 30 bad days out of the 80 something days that I've had doing this, but it's worth it. You're gonna get to the point like when you start being the healthy, happy version of yourself, it's not because of the New Year resolution. It's because you're so sick of being sick and tired that you work on what you have power on. What I don't have power on, I'm not gonna do. Okay. So what I can do, I do my best. What I can't do, I give it to the higher power. In my case, I give it to the universe, all right? I give it to my spirit guides, and I give it to my guardian angels, and I give it to the universe and the higher power be, all right? Because I can't do everything on my own. I can do what I can, and I try my best, and that's all that I got. That's all I can do, right? So letting go of old parts of yourself is grieving. There, like the person I became this year versus the person that came in 2025, different woman. I am not the same person. I have changed a lot. This year has really taken some of my core beliefs, broke it, reshaped it, and gave it to me and be like, look, what you thought was it was not it at all. Okay, this is what it is. This is what you have to be okay with. This is what you got to make peace on. This is not going to help you later in the future. So, you know what I mean? Like I really understand relationships and dynamics a lot better now. This year has really slapped me open, like just slapped my face and been like, this is what it is. It's not ABC 1, 2, 3. It's this, that, and the third. And I'm just like, oh, okay. All right. So it's the Twilight Zone. Anywho, yeah. So it's okay to grieve about your old self. It's okay to cry about things not working your way or wanting to have a relationship with somebody and it didn't work the way that you wanted. It's okay. New things are on the way. And it's okay to cry about things that you don't have or wanted but didn't work out. It's okay to miss somebody that you loved with all your heart and still be able to move past that and continue enjoying your life. Man. Okay. After this, we are going to get into part 2. After I'm done with this part 1, all right? Your spiritual outlook, the energy y'all are bringing in for 2026 is nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. You are very stressed and you're a bit nervous about certain things that are going to happen. And you're just kind of like, I think a lot of us are just kind of shell shocked because, again, from 2019 to 2025, that's like 6 years of bullshit, okay? Things that happened since 2019 up until this year is so crazy and so far-fetched and beyond the beyond that people who haven't lived in this time zone, right, would never understand. They would never understand because they'll come to us who have been in there and be like, this thing really happened? And it keeps getting weirder. Like you thought that after a few years, maybe 2024 and 2025 would be okay, right? 2023 and 4 and 5 would be all right. It just got worse. And it kept on going. I don't know how long this is going to last. But yeah. So with all the stress and the worry, it ties into your creativity and charisma. I think you guys, some of y'all may not feel confident in your ability. Okay? One, you are a capable person. You can do anything you put your mind to. Please, for all that is divine and holy, don't turn into a villain. Okay? And if you guys are going to be the villain because you have boundaries, because you're working on healthy things for yourself, because you're not tolerating bullshit, and you're not going to settle for less. Now, if that's why you're the villain, baby, keep on going. Do you, boo? Be true to yourself. Be the villain. Cut toxic people out. Don't let that door hit you where the cosmic flow puts you, baby. Bye. Peace, love, and deuces. Do not resubscribe. You cannot resubscribe to me because my energy is not for free. Oh, like that's I'm okay with that. If that's the villain era because of those things, 110%. Do you, boo? Be true to you because I'm for that. You gotta sometimes kick people out of your life. It's okay. Make sure you kick out the necessary people, the unnecessary baloney, the two-faced, the stressful, always having problems and drama and problematic. Bye. But because you're having charisma and creativity, and this is causing you to worry, you're not tapping into your charms. You're not embracing your ability and your gift. You haven't really stepped into your power yet. What are you afraid of? What what really got y'all afraid? Because you guys got a lot. Like, here's the thing: every zodiac sign has their charm and charisma. Gemini's charm is their intelligence, their mutability, their adaptability. They can do a lot of things. Okay? Gemini doesn't just know one thing, Gemini has multiple talents. They're almost a jack of all trades. Okay? You guys are very like, you can be very charismatic. You know how to talk to people. You know how to get people together. You have that flow. So why are you so worried? What kind of power do you possess that you're so scared that is stressing you out? What's up, Buttercup? Because I don't get it. You know, charm, right? Charisma is charm. That means it's not money. Don't come to me with, "Elle, everybody likes me because I'm rich." Yeah, that's not, honey, that's not charisma. That's just materialistic bull. All right, I'm not trying to be mean. I know I sound a little hostile when I speak at times. I'm not trying to be a dick about it. I'm just saying your charm is like, for example, me, right? My personality is unique. I am a unique person. I hope I don't sound like an idiot or like above and beyond, like, oh my God, I'm just that bitch. Yeah. But I'm a unique person. I'm not like everybody else, and that's okay. I'm different. My difference and my uniqueness draws you guys to me, okay? Just like your love, your compassion, your brains, your energy, okay? The things that you look up to and the things that you want and how you go about it. You have a thing that draws people to you. People just like you for this thing. It is not money. It is not status. It is not the newest shit. It is personality. It is love. It is strength. It is acceptance. It is charm. You could just have unlimited swagger. You could just be that bro that just got a lot of swag. Whatever people are drawn to you about, right? And creativity. Well, maybe please. You guys got creativity for days. Okay, this is what it is. Because I have one problem, doesn't mean I have one solution. I know my nails keep rotating and falling off. I'm gluing them, but these little fuckers don't want to stay on. I'm not giving up though. I'm just gonna go over there and staple them on my fingers. I kid when I say that. I'm just gonna be using super glue. Anywho, just because I have one problem doesn't mean I only have one solution. I can have infinite solutions for one problem, and one solution can solve many problems. When I think of it like that, I can overcome a lot of obstacles and problems in my way because I'm stepping back and I'm looking at the situation in a different angle and seeing how to go about it. Okay? What will help you with your creativity and charisma is family, contentment, and joy. Again, people that support you. Just because it's family doesn't mean it have to be by blood. It can be people who are non-blood, but they are ride and dice and they have been there since day one and they always got your back, okay? Loved ones, joy, happiness, contentment, peace of mind. Be with the people who lift you up who make you happy and bring you peace of mind. Don't be wasting your time with too much inner yeah, I'm sorry for you guys who are in the headphones listening to this shit. Always eating my live. Is that gonna be my thing where I just come up on lives and I just bring out food and be like, hi guys, today we're gonna be doing something else, something new. Alright. Didn't think that would be my thing, but I guess it is. It's a lady with a bunch of food on her lives. Maybe I'll just come up with weird ass hats and look silly and see if I can make you guys laugh on these lives. Anyways, romance, childishness, and irresponsibility. Again, this card has popped up quite a few times. Anywho, this card as a whole is all about being carefree, okay? So at the end of the day, I think you're going to learn how to relax, embrace your gifts, tap into that power, let go and heal, okay? You're going to learn to forgive yourself. You're going to learn how to work on your bad habits and your scars that may have been tying you down, whether it's memories that have been blocking you, emotions that have been holding you back, how your body relates to stress and how to go about it. Some scars that are still there physically that bring back the pain when it happened, how your spirit reacts to immense stress and just anxiety, right? Your trauma responses, how you handle PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorders or triggers, letting go of unnecessary people who are not healthy to be around, we're kicking them out of our lives, learning to love ourselves again, and connecting with people who are healthy to be around, right? I know that the 10 of spades is going to happen, okay? Because last time I did Gemini reading, it was all about tapping into your powers, being confident in yourself, trying new things that you like, and just being able to let go of the past and look towards the future. Okay? Keep moving forward, kind of thing. Anyways, before we get off, right? If you guys are interested again in a 2026 year reading, a personal 2026 year reading, I will FaceTime you through Facebook, Instagram, or Snap. It is $20 if you can send it to PayPal and Zelle, and it's 25k Uganda shillings through Airtel, MTN, or mobile money. I have Airtel as a form of payment, and I can receive MTN, Airtel, or mobile money. I think they call it Mono, as well as I have PayPal and Zelle. So Airtel, PayPal, and Zelle are my former ways of payment. Zelle and PayPal, 20 USDs. Airtel, 25k shillings, okay? And I'll be able to read the whole year for you so that way you can be prepared what this year may have in store for you. If you are not interested in the whole year reading, right, I can do other card readings, love, career, finance, past, present, future, advice, and much more. You name it, I can read it, okay? Also, if card readings aren't your thing, I do palms. I read the lines on your hands to tell me about personalities either by you or personality of another, depending on the hand that I'm reading from. One palm is $6, two is $20. There is also a special that offers combining the readings, both card and palms. For 2 palm readings and 3 regular card readings, it's $27 to PayPal, Zelle, or Airtel. Okay? And I can get into any details that you like that are not year related. So when it comes to the card readings, no year related things. After January 8th of 2026, it will be back to $25 either through PayPal, Zelle, or 25 USDs through Airtel. We are celebrating 1 year of YouTube, which will be on December the 20th of this year, as well as 2 whole years, January 8th of 2026, of Marikuma Healing running. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. If you like what I do, follow and subscribe. There are new videos that I do a lot that is not on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook. So YouTube gets a lot more newer vids than I would on my other accounts. Granted, I do post it on other sides, but You guys can get the first look at new videos before it comes onto Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. All right. Peace out, guys. Slay the day. And stay tuned for part two, where we get into details of January through December, problem solutions, and the theme of 2026 and how to go about it. For Gemini, whether you're born under the sign, have it in your birth charts, or maybe you have the spirit of a Gemini. All right. Thank you guys so much. Stay tuned for more. Thank you for 71 subscribers, by the way.